Hey guys, Tyler here. Now, someone asked, now, this is something that people need to understand about beastars. Now, we're going to talk about four characters right now. So let's start. Okay, let's start with, now, this is more of a kid thing. So we're going to do Legacy, Haru, then we'll do Lewis and Juno. Now, everyone says this and that. Now, there's this one little problem that doesn't make no sense because people always said the following thing. With Haru and Legacy, it's a boy, and with Juno and Lewis, it's a girl. But I'll tell you right off the bat, this is just a theory, and we'll tell you right now, though, that Lewis is a whole lot better than his father is. His father's, we know if you know about his father wasn't really that good to him. I mean, come on, if you know his father is a piece of junk. So we'll start with Haru and Legacy, and work from there. Now I'll explain a little bit more of this in a bit, but first, so let's start with Legacy and Haru. Now, Legacy and Haru are the same blood type, so there's no problem there. Okay. Now, Legacy and Haru, I think, would have a nice son. Now, we're going to go by what people have drawn fan art. They said Legacy and Haru would have a kid. A boy. They would have Legacy's muzzle and height, and Haru's ears, and some other things he would have is Haru. Now, they're saying that the kid's name would be Lee. But you gotta think, Lee has a secret that no one else knows about, which is the following. Lee would be half rabbit, 15% wolf, and 15% Komodo dragon. Spoilers. Legacy's grandfather is a Komodo dragon. Now, the way it's set up is this. Legacy is immune to Grandpa's venom, so that's why Legacy can have Grandpa kiss him. He's immune to the venom. And the thing is, though, guys, I'm going to be doing a story on Komodo dragons later, but Legacy's grandfather, it's surprising because Komodo dragons are kind of tricky to explain. Their sperm, blood, and saliva all contains their poison. So technically, Grandpa actually burned Grandmother when they had sex, and I'm surprised he even did it because he's always worried about. So technically, he burned her insides. Just leave it at that. So yeah, so technically, Legacy's Legacy's kid should be able to maybe still immune to Grandpa's venom. Most likely he would be. So technically he'd be his great-grandson. And think here, he'd be a great-grandfather before he's 50. Or wait, before he's 60. Sorry, before he's 60. I think he's 50-something now. I'm not sure. I'll have to find out later in the book. But yeah, it's been a while since I read it, so it's hard to remember. But yeah. So Lee, Legacy's son, would be 50% wolf, 15% Komodo dragon, and 50% rabbit. I know Haru's North rabbit, but we don't really care. That'd be no problem. Now let's talk about Lewis and Juno's kid. Lewis and Juno would have a little girl. It would have mommy's colors. It would have mommy's pigment. Mother's pigment. And it would have Lewis's horn. It would actually have what Dad would have. I think that he would still be a little uncomfortable taking care of her, but he would still be a lot better than you think. I mean, I think he'd try to spend some time with her more often than Lewis did, because in the series you find out Lewis only had dinner with Dad like once a month. Come on! That's a little extreme. I mean, come on. I see my family members. I don't really talk about that much. I see them at least twice a year. I mean, come on, I'm older, so yeah. But the thing is, though, come on, that's gotta be a little kind of extreme, don't you think? But yeah. But the thing is, though, at least if Lewis and Juno actually got married, which I know it didn't happen, I think Lewis and Juno would make a great couple. I mean, come on. Lewis would do all right. I think Juno would be all right with them. But, I think Lewis would take good care of it. I mean, take good care of her kid. I mean, the thing is that Lewis and Juno have different blood types, so the kid might have a slight who knows what. That'd be the hard part to find out, but that's for I didn't real. But I think Lewis would be all right. I think Lewis would try taking care of the kid best he could. But who knows? I mean, come on, he'd be doing the best he can, but still, someone like him actually able to take care of a child at all would be surprising. I mean, I think he'd do okay. I mean, he would have to learn what he's doing, but still, I think even since the kid would be a baby, he would actually be with it because the first 5 years of his life, he was nothing. He was a nothing for almost 5 years until that Ogama took him in. But I think he would do okay. I think he would be a good father figure. I mean, he'd try his best. But, it's kind of a future video. I mean, I'm actually right now, I'm actually right now it's like late at night here, and I don't actually know what I'm doing. I just have the idea to do this video real quick. I know I'm supposed to be reading beastars. I got other mangas I want to read, but come on, guys, give me a break. We have almost 32,000 videos on the channel, and I'm working my butt off putting these videos out for you guys. I also got some mangas I kind of have to read, and some more beastars to read, but come on, guys, I'm doing the best I can. Also, some other things are going to be happening soon. I also just got a request to do a video I also remembered I have to do a video for someone. I'm going to get the email in a few days. I thought, you know what? I'll do that video Tuesday. And if you're wondering, yes, there'll be 2 copies of this video. And yes, guys, you will see the copy on YouTube. Before you ask, this video is going to be made for school use only. Because I get hired every year to do a video for a school district. I get hired to do a video, and yes, I do get paid a couple bucks. How much is actually classified, and yes, I do and also there's a company called A&D Power Wash Company. They paid me an X amount of money to film at location to try helping them get a little extra money. How much they paid me is enough to keep my mouth shut. But I will tell you, I will tell you one thing though. They paid me enough. How much? Enough to keep my mouth shut. And I tell you, I mean, come on. A new company just started like less than a year ago. It's only been around for a little over a year now. They paid me a certain amount of money just to do partial recordings. They actually took me on site, had permission from the owner to do the filming on their property. So, yeah. And they actually were surprised how much, and so, yeah. I mean, I'm still learning how to do the fancy stuff. But yeah, guys, I do a lot of stuff, so yeah. Once in a while, I do get hired from a company to do a video for them. How often? Very rarely, and if I do one video for them, that's about how much they usually pay me for one video. A&D Power Washing paid me enough to do... They paid me for doing tons of videos. Some places just ask me to put their channel out, put their business out, to make a few extra bucks that I get paid, or I get discount on certain things. What it is, I'm not liberty to say. Depends on what the thing is. And if you're wondering, half the stuff I put videos out on is a product that I trust or don't trust. Most of the time, the stuff I do, I trust using. Only one place I did a video for that I did not get paid for because it was a historical landmark. That's why I didn't get paid for it. But besides that, most of my videos I do that have advertisement in, I do sponsor them. Only one place I did a video for, I kind of don't like their food because the food is not something I'm into. The only reason I did it is because there used to be 100 of these places. Now there's only one left in the U.S. But that was it. So, yeah.